Hello everybody, it's AprilDavisPI. This is day 18 of our emergency mold evacuation. A lot has happened since Saturday, since I last updated you. For those of you who are not familiar with this, I will post or link the first video of the mushroom, and please click that link and you'll see how all of this started. But apparently the plumber was here this morning, Monday morning, here in Los Angeles, and discovered that there is dirty water backing into the dishwasher. It's still like, well, it's starting to drain now, but earlier there was a big brown puddle there. They found out that unit number 15, which is behind this kitchen wall, that her sink and garbage disposal were backing up into my sink and in my dishwasher. Therefore it was full of dirty used water. That's what caused the leak on the dining room floor, which has now, it's hard to see in this lighting, but there are bubbles in the living room floor in front of the TV stand, and there's bubbles in the dining room. Part of the floor had already been removed by the mold remediation crew due to the mold in the bathroom. Yeah, we can link those videos above as well. But the floor now has additional damage because something was stuck in number 15 in their kitchen. There was also something called a stopgap or an air gap. I'm not sure what that means. If anybody here on YouTube knows what a air gap, stopgap, something like that means, please let me know. I'm not a plumber. I've never heard that term. But they discovered that the additional water that was found on the bathroom floor, also, once again, we still have only half the lighting in the bathroom. So let me turn on the half that we have. You'll hear the fan running, so you may not be able to hear me well, but they found out that the water on the floor was apparently from this big humidifier that's been left by the mold remediation company. Today the plumber came in and put in new valves and a new hose for the vanity. Apparently last week when this first happened and they fixed the leak in 15, the plumber came and fixed the toilet valve, but it looks like Eric the handyman might have leaked some type of drywall spray onto that, because I know that was replaced last week, but it certainly doesn't look like it now. So that's still going to have to be cleaned up, and I still don't see a new hose attached to that toilet valve. The old hose is probably attached to the back of the toilet that is in my bathtub. How disgusting. The toilet water is draining into my bathtub. But if they don't replace that hose with all these valves and new hoses that have been put in over here, I'm afraid something may explode and leak. But apparently, in order for the mold crew to come back and do the testing before they remove the remediation equipment, they legally had to put the 3.5 feet of wall back into the bathroom. Now, from what I've been told, the wall on the bathroom that's behind us, which is number 15, their wall was torn through last week, rebuilt, and they're going to tear it down again, supposedly a smaller hole, tomorrow morning. They're going to tear that wall down and do some more plumbing inspection on that wall. When the plumber came back today to put in the new valves and the new hoses for the vanity, they found another suspect pipe that they decided just to replace just in case. And now I guess because of all of that, they're going to go back into 15, remove that wall once again, check the pipes on that side, and just make sure that there's no mold or water or anything leaking on that, because they certainly don't want to do a rebuild here in the bathroom and then find out that it's for nothing. Now, of course, part of the floor is still missing, and the part of the floor that I'm actually standing on is also risen from the bathroom. So the flooring, not just that section that's been removed, but for about another 2 to 3 feet, those planks are going to have to be replaced as well, including a large percentage of the floor in the dining room and going into the living room in front of the TV stand. Yes, the TV stand partially collapsed when the neighbors came upstairs to remove the TV, and it's not their fault. It's just, you know, it's a very cheap old TV stand. Don't even know where I got this from, but when they removed the television and the antenna, part of the stand down below, part of the cabinets just caved in. So I'll take care of that once I move back in. Hopefully I can fix it. If not, Amazon will be delivering a new television stand. I think it's just it's very inexpensive, probably less than $50, and it just kind of crumbled when the TV was carried upstairs. But now, as you can see, there is part of the living room, dining room floor is missing here between the kitchen and the dining room, but it extends much further out. You can't really see in the video, but there are big noticeable bubbles in the floor. I can actually feel it when I walk right here. The floor is raised. It's definitely not flat. It's raised all the way to approximately here. So, and that's a pretty big piece of flooring. Apparently the handyman that works for the company, for the management company, he has located some additional flooring that will match this very old, cruddy existing floor. So I guess I won't be scoring new floors out of this, but I am going to be scoring a lot of new slats. So, you know, I'll have a semi-new floor, but that's going to be the last thing done, I would suspect. They did put a rush order on this mini dishwasher that I have complained about for years because it grinds and it leaks and water backs into it from another unit. They have definitely decided to replace it. They put an expedited order on it. They claim they spent an extra $200 just to get the delivery expedited. They're hoping to have the new mini dishwasher in this week. The hoses run, unfortunately, sadly, behind the stove, underneath that corner counter, and behind the sink. So it's a major job because the dishwasher has to come out, the stove has to be moved back, they have to be able to get underneath the sink. As you can see, the kitchen floor is pretty much toast now. I've asked for a cleaning crew to come clean this up, and they claim that their cleaning crew that they hire only works on empty units, that they do not allow them to enter existing units with people's belongings in them. So I may be my own cleaning crew. I'm not sure. I may have to hire someone and send them the bill because the floors are filthy. Living room, dining room, kitchen, the bathroom, considering that, you know, the toilet is sitting in the shower, and the plumber's been in here multiple times, the manager's been in here multiple times, the mold remediation crew, that was a crew of 2, plus Eric. So there's been at least 5 people traipsing through all of this, and it's spreading. It's just spreading like weeds as far as I'm concerned. The filth that is on the floor. When I do move back in, I am going to probably get a new mattress for this old bed, and I'm gonna have to wash all the bedding just to freshen it up. You know, this whole place has smelled like mold, smelled musty, smells like mildew, smells like the mushroom. Yeah, the smell is not as bad as it was, but the smell did return on Saturday when the bottom of the black lagoon started bubbling up from the dishwasher. It took a long time to convince these people that since nobody's living here and the water's not running, that there is definitely a backup coming from another unit. I did hear somebody's garbage disposal running, and I heard the sink gurgling when I came in to grab something off my desk for just a minute or two. So I knew that there was obviously a problem, but I may even order some paint and get the kitchen repainted at some point just to spiffy this place up, because with most of my belongings missing and all the dirt and the grime and the dust, which I'm sure will be even more after the construction, it just feels really grimy in here. It's also, we don't have central working air in this unit. That's another major issue that I've been fighting out for 7.5 years. It's ridiculous that you pay the type of rents we pay here in Los Angeles, and I can't even get my air conditioner properly repaired. So too bad we don't have like a 110-degree heat wave coming through that we could turn it on while they're here, and then they could see that it's not going to work and it's going to freeze over, and then I will be instructed to turn it off so it doesn't burn up. So, you know, that's obviously not a working AC. So I have my portable unit over in the corner, but it's very loud. I also have the window unit. I've been threatened to have to remove that, but it's all I've got. I hear all the traffic noise at night from the main street out front, and in the wintertime, cold air pours through that window. I don't even have blinds that can close over that. So there's actually priority mailboxes. That's just lovely. That's my wall. Priority mailboxes over my AC, so I can have privacy at night, because the blinds will need to be cut and trimmed in order to fit over this AC, which, you know, I'm not going to pay for. I've already spent almost $1,000 between the window AC construction, installation, and the portable air. And, you know, not to depress you, but I had to do all this while I was fighting breast cancer, and I had to lug this heavy unit from my own storage unit, get it into my car, pull it out of my car by myself. Although I was going through radiation at the time and could barely walk, you know, I pulled this out of storage and got it going just so, you know, my cat wouldn't die from a heat stroke. I mean, it's ridiculous. But, you know, at least I will have this vanity. As small as it is, that's the only size that will fit in that little telephone booth size bathroom. I'll have the new vanity. I'll have the new hardware. Apparently a new medicine cabinet has been ordered. You know, at least the valves and the hose has been replaced in the bathroom, and it looks like the toilet valve was replaced, but it looks like when they installed the wall today that something dripped all over it. So that's going to have to be taken care of. And I still don't think there's a new hose that's been ordered that's going to go between the toilet and that. So wouldn't it be lovely just to get moved back in? You know, we're going on 3 weeks now, almost 2.5 weeks since day 18, and the earliest move-in date was Wednesday, August 4th, and apparently that's not going to happen now. So, you know, we're really suffering upstairs. There's no place to sit, there's no sofa, there's no desk chair, there's no computer, there's no printer, there's no scanners. I've got a scanner printer over here, I've got a laser printer down there, and I've got a thermal printer up here. That's on the blink. So all of this is going to have to be torn out, repaired when I get back in. Just got to get everything reset up and going. But right now I'm just running off an iPhone and a laptop with a very poor internet connection upstairs. No place to sit. My back is absolutely killing me. I've already had 2 back treatments last week, and I think I'm about ready for another one now, but you know, insurance doesn't cover that. So hopefully people are going to start watching these videos, and it's not very interesting content, but at least for my friends that have inquired and sent me messages and texts and phone calls, they can at least see what's going on here. But wow, send me a coffee, folks. That's it for now. Talk to you later. I hope you subscribe, like, comment. Let me know if anybody knows what a stopgap or an air gap is. I've never heard that term before. Don't know if I'm even saying the correct term, but it's some sort of a plumbing thing. Stopgap, air gap, whatever that is, I'd love to know. Thank you. Bye.